Hello and welcome back to the channel. And in this video we're going to be sealing up the big hole that's in the back of the Fiesta. So there's going to be a little bit of fabrication, a little bit of welding, a little bit of head scratching maybe. But we've got to get this patched up and it's got to get done today. I know you guys like watching me rush, so that's what we're going to do. Hope you enjoy the video. So, in here, there's a big hole, as is there, because I can see the floor. I've got to try and piece all this together. Now, I have already started making panels for this side, which I didn't film, because it's my first ever go with a bead roller. I'd definitely recommend getting a bead roller. I mean, this here, I mean, I'm probably using it all wrong. I probably got it wrong. But definitely get yourself a friend called Brian so you can borrow his. I mean, best thing I've ever done. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it, mate. Hello. So, here's the pieces I've already made. One very wonky piece of steel. That sits up in there, and then this little piece, a little drain hole, will sit in there, and then this piece will fill this gap here, a little something like that. So that's our bits drawn out on here. And obviously I want them to be the opposite to what I've got on the roof here. So I have to cut them out with tin snips. I do apologise, it is about 5,000 degrees in the garage again, so I'm sweating profusely, like a thing that I can't say. So, okay. I know that this is going to be a polar opposite of this. There, so I know that I need to tip the edges up the opposite direction of what we got drawn on there. Now I always find, well, I say I always find, this is the first time I've ever used a bead roller, so I'm still finding, not always going to find. Have a little bit of spare metal and just have a little practice, because you can get it wrong a couple of times. I found pinch it, and on this one about half a turn seems to be the golden ticket. I mean, that's not lined up at all. I need to move that over a little bit, but about half a turn from when it's on its blank. Now that's a lot better. So we'll put our bead in that, which hopefully will end up the other way to that one. So again, we'll roll that off, get that lined up in the centre of where we've made our line, wait until it's just grabbing the metal, and then go about half and a little bit I found, and then we're just going to roll that through. I do apologise if my head is in the way. And there we go, with a bit of recess. Now I've also found that doing it like that without stretching this steel has given us a nice curve on this panel, which is what we want. So that triangle in there has just given us the shape that we needed. That is purely by fluke. I didn't mean that. I just done it on the first one. I was like, that worked. So actually, I say it worked. I wanted that side to be the side that's on show inside the car, but it turns out that side is now. So that's, yeah, interesting. I think it's about the hottest day of the year so far, and for some reason I decided metal work in the shed would be a good idea. But never mind. Hopefully I haven't got my big head in the way. I'll cut this one out now. That's all drawn on there. Now I know what you're thinking. Today is a different day, and that is because my phone got so hot yesterday it stopped filming and it wouldn't let me film anymore. So I managed to finish off the panels that were in here, and then I called it a day. I thought I'd come back out here. It's a little bit cooler today, which is Thursday, Friday tomorrow when the video is released. That hot in here yesterday burnt my beard off, so you've got to be really careful in this heat. Pay attention to the warnings, keep your fluids up and keep this covered, otherwise that could happen to you. This is where we got with that. That's that side all in, gripped up in place, and that's that side all together. It's just giving us a nice gap filled up in the corners. So I just need to get that ground off, and we'll clean up in here, put a bit of weld through primer just to protect everything, and grind that up so it's ready. And then we'll stitch that in place, and then we'll move on to the next bit. So I'm just going to time lapse this and tack this all together now and start piecing this side, and then we'll flip the camera around and start doing that way. There we go. Right. Rest that one side on there for now. So here is our finished product, I should say. Obviously, we'll bar short a bit of grinding on them panels. I need to do a couple of little infill panels, but they're all stitched in. And that looks pretty cool in there. So I just need to make something to go through this centerpiece, through here, that I can put an exhaust mounting on and affix the towing eye to, just so it's nice and strong so you can tug the car on it. And then next project is to tie in all the loose holes, but I think I'm going to make that panel today potentially, or half make it, and then we'll see how we go. It's getting very warm again. Well, it is welding anyway, but that's that. So as if by magic, this panel has appeared. Now you're probably wondering what them holes are for. Do you know what, I drilled them, I thought, well, I've done that, but no, there's a good reasoning behind it. I need two fixings for the exhaust, which is going to be up the front there and there, and I need a fixing for the tow eye, which is hanging out of a hole which used to be the, I imagine, a lock hole maybe, I don't know, and that'll go up through there. And the idea of these holes is to add a little bit of strength while I find a bracket that I've lost, so I can show you why. So, oh, here we go. So, the opposite of that, that's just an offcut, so that's not going to be the bit we're using. But I will drill the sized hole that I want to fit in that, and then trim the edges off so I can get a weld on each end, and then that will go underneath there, tack 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 around the outside of that, just as a bit of extra support. And then the hole through the middle will be the bolt that supports the exhaust mounting, or the tow eye. So then theoretically on the edge there'll be 3 layers, because by the time I've got a boot floor in there as well, there'll be 3 layers on the edges of where the bolt holes are. So that should deliver plenty of strength, hopefully. I mean, the aluminium that I've got to do the holes in the boot floor is 1.2mm anyway, so that's got a bit of strength in it. And by the time that's, I think I'm going to opt for rivet and bond it in. By the time them holes are filled, I've got a couple of little plates to do up in them corners. I've got bits to do up here, because we can still see through daylight through here. And there's a couple of bits in front of the turret that I need to patch in. But once they're done, I'll get that centre welded in. That's not in exactly the same, or not exactly right place, but it's near enough just to show you what it looked like. I might actually just put a bracket as well up to here, and then bolt it through these holes, or even if I just put a triangulated bracket just to weld it to the back of there, just to add a bit more strength, and also triangulate the front. And then that way it's not like overkill, it's only 1mm steel, but it's got some shape to it. It should be strong enough just to hold the back of the car together, really. I mean, that's doing a good job as it is. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. And if you got this far in a video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I know I say it every time, but it costs literally nothing. All it does is just help me out. I'm happy with the progress over the last couple of days. I was hoping to be a day's work, but I've underestimated this one. And with the heat at the moment, as you can see, I'm dripping. It's hampered progress a little bit. Too many hydration breaks, maybe. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.